Good afternoon, students. I welcome you all to our third session of robotics. Today, we are going to discuss about the past, present, and future of robots. But before that, let's have a quick review of whatever we have finished till now. Now, all of you must be knowing that robotics is a study of design, construction, and application of robots in different fields. I have shown you many videos related to robots which are being used in different fields. We discussed about the origin of the word robot. The robot word is derived from the Czech word robota, which means forced labor, and this word was used by Karl Kapek in 1920. So it was almost derived, that means 100 years back. Okay, so let's discuss something about past, present, and future now. Actually, firstly, Leonardo Vinci, all of you must be knowing about this famous painter. Leonardo Vinci drew drawings for a mechanical man in 1495. And after almost about 450 years later, the word robotics was first used in a short story by Isaac Asimov. Isaac Asimov was a professor of biochemistry, but he had a passion for writing science fiction stories. So he used this word in a short story, Run Around. Isaac Asimov is also known as father of robotics. He proposed very important 3 laws of robotics. Actually, while he was working on one of his books, he thought of safety of human being. So he proposed these 3 laws of robotics. The first law states that a robot may not injure a human being or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm. That means a robot can never injure a human being in any of the conditions. So the second law states that a robot must obey orders given to it by human beings except where such orders would conflict with the first law. This states that a robot should always obey the orders given by the human beings, but again, it should never ever harm another human being. Third law. Third law is a robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with either the first or the second law. That means a robot can take some action to protect its existence, but again, it cannot injure a human being or it should not disobey the orders given by the human beings. That means for whatever things it is being programmed, it should follow that, but it can take some action to protect its existence. Okay, then in 1950s, the first commercial robot named Unimate was created. It was created by General Motors. I have shown you this Unimate in our quiz also. So this bot was used to work with the heated die casting machines. And actually gradually after that, the robots are being seen in plays and science fiction stories. So robots then started appearing in television shows and movies like Lost in Space, Planet, Star Wars, Transformers, and lot more. Now, if you see the pictures here, these are the famous robots which are being used in different television shows or movies. So that was about the past. Let's discuss something about the present. So present, we have seen already that the robots are being used in many fields. So first is industrial robots. Nowadays, almost a car is being assembled using robotic arms only without any human intervention. Then mobile robots. Mobile robots, as the name is suggesting, mobile robots are used where we have to shift the things from one place to another. They move around on legs or wheels. Actually, in 1979, a nuclear accident in USA caused a leak of radioactive material. So it led to the production of a special robot teleoperator to handle the radioactive material. Now we discussed about the teleoperated robots also in our first session. So it is being operated by the human beings from the remote control or the joysticks, right? but their human beings are not, will not carry the harmful material. That means they are safe, but the robot is going to carry the things and shift the things wherever they want. Okay, then educational robots. Actually, such kind of robots are being used in the schools to give you education. So here in our school, we have iPetara kit, Lego, and we are also working on Arduino also. So these are called as educational robots, where we learn about the basic logic which should be developed to develop big robots. Then exploring robots. Exploring means if you want to explore something new, which is harmful for human beings. So we can send the robots there, and then we can find out the more information, and then we can go ahead with the projects. For example, all of you must have seen the Mars Curiosity robot. Next is medical robots. Medical robots also we have seen Da Vinci robot operating on a patient. Domestic robots. As the name is suggesting, these robots are used to perform household tasks, and the educational toys which are programmed to do things like talking, walking, etc. Fine. So as you can see here in the picture, this is a lawn mower robot. That means it is used to cut the grass in the lawns, big lawns. Next, military robots. One of my favorites, Daksh. So these robots work in place of human soldiers in the situation of wars. Actually, in 2013-14, almost all the agricultural work is being done by the robots only in Japan. And many robots have come to the market in between 2013 to 17, the robots which can take care of elderly people. And then up till 2020, every South Korean household has one robot with them to do their household chores. Okay, now let's discuss something about the future of robotics. Now, as all of us know that nowadays everybody is talking about the driverless car or auto-driven cars, self-driven cars. So many companies are working on this concept of self-driven cars, and Tesla is one of them, best one. Then robotic pets. Robotic pets, Paro and Mars cat are the most famous pets. This is Paro. This is a robotic dog, and Mars cat. See, this one is the Mars cat where my mouse is scrolling. Okay, next very important field is robotic prosthetics. Now, what is prosthetic exactly? So when somebody lost his arm or leg in some accident, that means these organs nowadays can be regrown using the robotic prosthetics. So many projects are already going on in this field. So once it is successful, so it will be common in all the hospitals. So next is robotic caregivers. As I discussed already in the previous slide, that many robots are being used to take care of the elderly people. Alec. So this one is Alec. It is like Google. Fine. Then Robier. Robier can carry the human beings, and just wherever they want to shift the patient, they can shift. He can shift. Then Pepper. This one is Pepper. This is a humanoid robot. It is also very good for taking care of the elderly people. So I hope now it's very clear to you that what is, from where we started. We started from 1920 almost. That is robotics started, and then gradually the everything is being developed. So we discussed about the past, present, and future. How the future is going. How the cars are going to be auto driven nowadays. Fine. So now after all this, if I ask you, what is the purpose of using robots in different areas of work? So you have to think on it. We are going to discuss about it in our next lecture. We are also going to discuss about the advantages and disadvantages of replacing people with the robots, and what qualities do humans have that you think could never be replaced by robots, and why. So just think on these three questions. So we are going to have a good discussion in our next class on these three topics. And now there's one homework for all of you. As I told you already that we are going to start with the programming part first. I want all of you to download a Plasmo software in your laptops or in your mobile. You can go on Play Store and you can download that app from there also, or you can go to Google, go to plasmo.com, click on the app icon and download the app. Fine. I'm going to share a small video of also how to download the Plasmo software in your respective laptops. Fine. So just go through that video and try to download Plasmo by the next week. Fine. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.